6th.
Whew. Halfway through. Man.
Halfway through what?
The week.
Oh, okay. I was like, hey, we're over halfway through the month. We're over halfway through the year. I was like, oh, yeah, the week. That thing. Okay.
The old week.
That's right. All right. Well, listen, obviously this morning I think everybody's still Dolly Parton, still on everybody's mind. That was crazy yesterday afternoon. Somebody that we work with had sent out like a group text and just said, wow, Dolly Parton died. And I had to be in Amarillo yesterday. So I was up there at the stations up there, and I see that text, and my first thought, I was like, no, wait a minute, come on. Dolly, there's no way. I thought he was kidding around, or there must be a joke.
Remember the last time she had to get on social media and explain that she wasn't?
Yeah, that everything was fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought, there's no way. Not Dolly. And so I go immediately to, on Twitter, or X, whatever it's called now, and I start looking, and sure enough, man, there it is, being reported by, People Magazine, Fox News, TMZ, everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, Dolly Parton, not Dolly,
Yeah.
Boy, what an amazing artist. She was one of those artists that transcended like a musical genre. I mean, she was like a pop icon.
She was amazing.
Just everything. I mean, it was like everybody knew Dolly Parton. Even people that didn't like country music, if they had to name one country artist, Dolly Parton would be at least one because Dolly. Love her, yeah.
Yeah. You're so right.
Yeah, so that was a shocker right there, Just I don't know. It was anytime anybody dies. I think back through my career in radio, artists that have passed away that were just like, wow, dang, I remember Keith Whitley died right like the top of his popularity. He had just really was on an amazing upswing in his career, and he died, and you're like, dang, man, Keith Whitley, and then obviously when Toby Keith died. That was a big one right there. I think that one really hit me. And then, but anytime any legend like George Jones or somebody like that, there's certain artists that there's just something, they're just there your whole life, and then suddenly they're not there anymore, and you're like, God, it's crazy.
It's not that I don't know, we take it for granted, but we kind of do. We like that. But if you look at Dolly's life, I just loved her the way she was just. I don't know. She just felt like one of
who she was. She just she was very authentic to who she was. Yeah,
love that about her.
But she was 80, and I guess her family broke the news on Instagram yesterday. And my gosh, movies and music. Yeah, I mean there's just people that love Dolly everywhere. So
she had some iconic songs for sure.
Right. So we'll talk about some of that this morning and play some Dolly Parton songs throughout the morning. And, and just remember Dolly Parton. I'm sure that her movies, I bet you're going to be seeing 9 to 5 will be on quite a bit. Probably most streaming places will have that. What else? The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. And
I forgot about that one.
And so, but she was just, I don't know, she was just one of those artists that she was pretty great at everything she did. But I was sitting here this morning thinking about just Dolly Parton songs that we have on hand here, and but one of them that I forgot we had, and this is one that you had heard and pointed out a while back, but it's her the project she did with Zac Brown Band. Yeah, that's a great song though, and. That was just an excellent song, but now, you hear that now, and just with Dolly passing away, wow,
gosh,
yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, the song is called Butterfly, so get that right there. So, all right, well, yeah, that's a bummer. All right, well, what else is going on with you? We'll play some more Dolly throughout the morning. We've got some clips from other artists.
The 1 second songs are about Dolly.
Is it really? Okay, all right. Well. I have a feeling it may be some of the songs we're playing this morning. So
it might be but yeah, I tried to pick some that maybe weren't just right there, but some might be softballs.
Okay, well, you know what? That's okay.
Yeah,
and we're just honoring Dolly Parton by featuring her on the 1 second song this morning. So, so we'll do that. All right. But you're right. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, so that's good. Now we're almost to. College football's right there.
Oh,
we're at Tech's first game. How many days?
10 days.
10 days out.
10 days, man. We're right there.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to college football this year. We've got do the Rockin' pregame show. On Rock 101. We've got our first show is coming up actually this Friday from 11 to 1. So if you've been anxious to kind of get ready for the season. we'll be talking about all the stuff between 11 and 1. Me and Jarrett Johnson from CBS 24/7.
And you've been off for a little bit, all three of you, and so
yeah, we usually take summer off, usually somewhere 1st of June through the week before the first game. So we've been on hiatus, as they say, but there's a lot of great stuff to talk about. I mean, all the stuff that happened in the off season, and then all the newcomers to the team, and just who's expected, who's in the 2 deep, and who's just there's so many things. And we'll get the season preview going on Rock 101.1. It starts at 11 this Friday. So Pete Christie will be there.
I'll be curious what you guys say about how far you think you'll get. The Big 12. Do you think there'll be a little different in the playoffs if we make it there? Which I think we will. I think it's going to be different.
I think that if hopefully, like Will Hammond staying healthy would be a big part of it. I think. But I think the defense will still be one of the top defenses, and I mean they got serious guys all over the field now on the team. I mean, there's I think I saw a deal the other day. A lot of people probably saw this, but it was an article about how many pro prospects teams have. And I think Tech had 27 pro prospects, potential pro prospects. I think TCU is next in the Big 12 with 12, I believe.
Oh, TCU, really? That's interesting.
But BYU will be a good team again this year.
Yeah.
Utah is expected to be better. Arizona State, well coached, and they're good. Arizona's got a good quarterback. Oklahoma State's probably going to be improved, but I keep thinking they're getting a lot of hype, and I think they'll be better. That quarterback's pretty good. That was with Eric Morris at North Texas, Drew Mestemaker, I think. But at the end of the day, they have all those transfers, but most of them came from North Texas, and I'm like, well, there's a reason they were playing at North Texas. I mean, no disrespect. Well, maybe some, but it's not like they didn't transfer 40 guys or something from Notre Dame or something. I mean, it was guys from North Texas,
right?
So, but there's they'll be better though, and I think Oklahoma State could be. Eric Morris is a good coach,
right?
Didn't
they finish bottom last year or something?
Yeah, they haven't won. I don't think they've won a conference game in a couple of years. I mean, they were the lowest of the low right there, and so they they will be better.
Yeah.
Every team's going to be dangerous, and the thing is, this year there is so much just with everything that happened in the offseason with the Brendan Sorsby stuff and the Big 12 conference hating Tech, and just
they're going to come after us.
And so, but Tech is also going to be playing with. I mean, McGuire's even said, "Hey, we're playing with an edge this year," and they don't like how it ended last year, and had to listen about how they got embarrassed in the playoff, which I think that's a little bit hype as well. They got beat 23-0. Yes, you got shut out, but Oregon is a great team.
Mm-hmm.
And but I didn't think Tech got embarrassed in that game. If you go embarrassed in a game is what TCU did in the championship game
exactly
years
right.
back. That was embarrassing.
That was.
Tech got beat 23-0, and you didn't score, but you got beat 23-0, and that game was pretty tight most of the way. If Tech just could have done anything offensively, which they couldn't, but hey, whatever. But I'm just saying now everybody's gonna be gunning for Tech for sure. Reigning Big 12 champion, all the stuff, all the You got all the resources. You did you had the Brendan Sorsby thing that everybody got outraged about, but nobody's coming at like LSU now with adding guys from the NFL. I mean, it's
LSU is like crazy.
Yes. And no, but it just shows how stupid all this is, and all the grief that Tech took over that.
I'm good. I hope they continue that and take that all the way through the playoffs.
Yeah. So anyway, but the bottom line is we're excited that the season is only 10 days away. So. Yeah, I'm going to go to a lot of games this year. My goal this year is it's college football fall for me and Kathy. We're going to go. In fact, next Friday, we're going to leave here right after the show. We're going to go to Norman. We're going to the OU game Friday night.
Wow.
And then Saturday morning, we're going to wake up, drive back to Lubbock, be here for the Tech game.
Wow, Jeff.
And then we're planning on going to the Tech Baylor game in Waco. And then we're going to go, I think, this third week of the season, we've got, when Tech plays Houston on the Friday night, we're going to go up to Norman again, see OU play. I think they play UNM on the Saturday. So we're a couple of weekends. We got 2 games on those weekends.
Man,
so
you're going to be flying, getting back.
And toying with the idea of going to Boulder for Tech in Colorado too.
Oh, that'd be fun too.
So, but I don't know.
Go to the mountains.
You got to afford stuff, So I don't know how many we can really do, but that's the plan anyway. I'm just ready for some football. So, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of being ready for some football, Are you ready for football?
Are you
Katie
ready
Jo?
for some football? Yes, I am here for all of it.
All right. Yeah, it's 10 days away, so, we're almost here.
Yes, we are.
How are you this morning?
I'm fantastic.
Okay. Well,
Happy
that's good.
Wednesday.
Very good. Very nice to hear. Happy Wednesday. 806-900-9630. What was your reaction yesterday to when you got the news about Dolly Parton passing away?
Oh, my God. My heart sunk.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of, you think initially country music, but then your mind is just blown. I read all of her stuff online last night, and wow.
Yeah.
That woman was successful.
Very successful, yeah.
And you also, she's one of those humans that, have you ever heard anybody say anything bad about her?
Right. She was, it seems as if she was universally loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just everywhere.
And you said it earlier, generation after generation seemed like,
Yeah.
she bonded it all together,
Yeah.
from all of us knowing, all about her.
Well, like she got her, back in her early days. It was like she was on the Porter Wagner show.
Mm-hmm.
And, then through the 70s, started having those big hits. Through the 80s, she was huge. Then movies. And then in the last, through the 90s and the 2000s, it's not so much her music career was at that place anymore, but she just moved into icon stage where all she had to do was show up to places, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's Dolly Parton. It's like she's just one of those kind of people.
And she was always herself. I read something last night, and it was her talking about her attire and how she dressed.
Yeah.
And that she wanted it to match her personality because her personality was just shining. And she literally never hesitated to waltz into a room. And she always looked fantastic, I thought.
Yeah.
I loved it. But after hearing who she was dressing after and things, it cracked me up.
Yeah. Yeah. She was really something. I saw something last night. Somebody had, this was on X. I saw somebody put this out, and I thought this is an interesting question. It said, am I wrong in thinking that the Mount Rushmore of universally beloved people from the last 100 years or so is Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, Steve Irwin, remember the animal guy?
Oh, Steve, yeah.
Bob Ross, the painter guy. My mother-in-law doesn't like him, I know that. So you can't say he's universally loved, but she's an artist, and she never felt like he was really truly an artist. But anyway, that's another story. And then Dolly Parton is the other person this guy listed.
Dolly would have to be the top one.
And
there.
I just thought the Mount Rushmore of universally beloved people. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore of universally loved people? And that's kind of
Oh, that's
interesting.
right.
But
And people are
Dolly's
racing
definitely-
through my head, but Dolly is for sure on there.
Yeah, she has to be on there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, think about that. Yeah, you got any thoughts? Your Mount Rushmore of universally loved people. Who would be on that Mount Rushmore when it comes to famous people that always seem like to me? I always Kelly Clarkson always comes to mind. She always seems like she's really a nice person. Who knows if she is, but she seems like she's just one of those people everybody kind of likes Kelly Clarkson.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Betty White was one of those too.
Betty White, absolutely, yeah. That's a good one there. Yeah, I would definitely I think I'd put her on my Mount Rushmore of universally liked people. Yeah, makes you think though. But yeah, Dolly Parton would definitely have.
Mudflap and the Gang. 96.3 KLLL. Red, white, and blue through and through. Come on. KLLL. You ready? Let's missing you in the morning.
96.3 KLLL.
Yesterday, at age 80, and apparently it was following a brief battle with cancer. I did not know that she was battling cancer. You know. But her rep said that she was surrounded by loved ones at Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center in Nashville after being hospitalized for 4 days. Wow. And Dollywood, her amusement park, says it will be open today as scheduled, honoring Dolly Parton's longtime belief that the show must go on. She always said that.
Let's go on.
Anyway, the Tennessee theme park had already been scheduled to be closed yesterday, which was kind of crazy. They were already going to be closed,
no
and then that's the day
way.
she passed away. So. Anyway, her autobiographical Broadway show, Dolly, a true original musical, will also proceed according to her wishes. Previews begin December 7th at New York's St. James Theater, with opening night set for January 19th what would have been Parton's 81st birthday. Her funeral, they say, is going to be a small, intimate affair in Nashville, and she'll be laid to rest at Woodlawn Memorial Park and Mausoleum in her signature high heels. Would you expect anything different from Dolly, right?
Nope.
But yeah, so a brief battle with cancer. And Mudflap, you'd reminded me this morning about, when was that? It was a while back when people thought she had died or something.
Oh, yeah.
She had to come out and say that she...
That wasn't that far back.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, was it? So,
I want to say it was the early part of the year, but, I mean, she had to come out and say, listen, I'm not dead.
right,
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, so a brief battle with cancer, apparently. And I think, man, they seem like they must have done a really good job of kind of keeping that under wraps.
And you wonder if it came out then, and because I think I remember it was her sister.
Okay. Yes, it was her sister that had said something.
And I wondered if she got the news that she had cancer.
Maybe that's what it was.
And then, so I'm wondering if that's when it all started.
Yeah, that could be. You could be right on that. I don't know. That's speculation.
Yep.
We don't really know, but that does seem. But yes, it was something her sister had said that
Yes.
started all the crazy rumors and everything, and then that's when she came out and addressed it.
Yep.
So,
Done a post that said prayers for Dolly, and that was done on October 7th, last year, 2025.
yeah. So it hadn't even been a year ago that happened. So
I knew
yeah,
it was fairly close. It was a little more than I thought, but it still was, in that time frame. So
yeah. All right. Well, anyway, they say a brief battle with cancer. So that would have been. So if let's say that would have been when she found out, maybe, and then her sister said all that, and then it caused all the craziness. Okay. Yeah.
And you look at it and you go, prayers for Dolly. I mean, I bet she found out that probably. I'm guessing her stage was up there quite a bit.
All right. Well, sad all the same, but just putting those two things together, there you go. Okay. I bet. All right. Well, if you've got a broken windshield or anything like that, you want to get that repaired. You don't want to drive around with a broken windshield. It makes your car look bad. You know what it looks like? It's the vehicle equivalent of like a pretty girl. She looks at you and then she smiles and she's missing one of her front teeth. That's what a broken windshield makes your vehicle look like, You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like, hey, yeah, hi there, you. So, yeah, it can really mess up your vehicle. So, get with AA&A Windshield and Glass and let them replace your broken windshield. It will make your car look beautiful again. You'll be able to see. Once you get a windshield replaced, you look through it and you're like, man, how did I live with a broken windshield for so long? What was I even doing? I wasn't adulting properly. That's the point I got to. But I had AA&A Windshield and Glass replace my windshield on my truck. Looks great now. They've got free mobile service anywhere in Lubbock. I utilize that. They came here to KLLL. I met them down in the parking lot. Gave them the keys. They got it all fixed. They texted me when they were done. Walked downstairs, paid, and it was that simple. But you'll find that AA&A Windshield and Glass is a high-volume shop, so they've always got a better inventory, which means faster replacements, which is always nice. So if you need a windshield replacement, get with AAAWindshieldGlass.com. That's AAAWindshieldGlass.com, and let them provide you with that glass, fast, friendly, and reliable.
Jeff, Mudflap and the Gang. Live, local, and late blooming.
From the Action Air and Plumbing Studios, this is Lubbock's country leader and home of Jeff, Mudflap and the Gang Morning.
So I'll go, but I know.
So, yeah, Dolly Parton passed away yesterday afternoon, or, maybe in the morning, but, yeah, I found out about it. I was at lunch yesterday when I found out, and it's amazing how quickly that news spreads for something like that, But, gosh, the great Dolly Parton, what an icon, I swear, Dolly Parton just seemed like somebody who was always going to be here.
I know, isn't that the truth?
Isn't it weird how it's like you grow up with somebody who's, Dolly Parton has been here my entire life, and suddenly when somebody it's just always been there your entire life passes away, it's just it's a weird feeling sometimes, You don't remember a time when there was no Dolly Parton, and then all of a sudden there's no Dolly Parton anymore. It's just weird.
I think the best thing I loved about Dolly was that she was so real. I mean, every time she did an interview, whatever she was doing, she just let it out, just whatever, said what was on her mind, and well, they ought to get, she had a Tennessee accent, and it's great.
It doesn't matter how old you are. I think everybody knows who Dolly Parton is.
Oh, I was just thinking that. Yeah. We have a young team like on the real estate side, and so one of the agents, she's 23, and she sent in our group text last night, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. She said, I'm going to be drowning my sorrows because Dolly is gone.
Yeah.
Dolly, 23, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody knows who she is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or knows who she was.
Yeah, she was just universally loved, it seems like. I don't know anybody that, I can't stand Dolly Parton. She just
Did you
one
have
of
a
those
favorite
people.
song?
I don't know. It's funny. Her favorite songs. I don't know. That's she had so many songs. I mean, everybody knows like 9 to 5,
right.
and I Will Always Love You, and those are huge. But like one of her songs, she had a song called Coat of Many Colors.
Yeah,
which back in the 70s, which was a really kind of autobiographical song. I think that I always thought that was a really well done song there. But some of her stuff, like in the 80s, she had this may have been late 70s. Here You Come Again was a good one.
I think that
may
have been my favorite. Here Come. That's the one I was gonna say. I think that was my favorite.
Yeah.
I think I had a favorite for every emotion. Like Coat of Many Colors, I would cry, and then Jolene is like the sassy.
Jolene,
that's probably my favorite. I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and then there obviously the stuff she did with Kenny Rogers,
Yes.
Islands in the
Yes.
Stream. I
Yeah.
mean, who doesn't love that song?
Man. So
and
good.
lots of Christmas music that she left behind. In fact, I was sitting there thinking this morning some of the Dolly that we had on hand we could play here, and Hard Candy Christmas came up, and first I was thinking, well, we never play Christmas music. I always have this thing about it, but I've never really thought that Hard Candy Christmas was really, if you listen to it, I don't know that it's really a Christmas song per se, other than saying Hard Candy Christmas. But the song itself is just it's just really a beautiful song. That we probably ought to play that one this morning.
Well, Don't Make Me Cry Again, playing that Zach Brown one, but that's
yes.
so good.
It's called Butterfly.
Yeah,
Butterfly. That came out in the last couple of years. I don't know exactly when, and we played a little bit. But now hearing that song,
that one
and
now.
I thought you were going to lose it over there. I was playing it earlier this morning, and
so
that's
good.
okay if you do.
Yeah.
But we were talking about just how sassy and everything Dolly Parton was. This is a clip from her, the ACMs, when she received the Tex Ritter Award.
All those long-legged women I'm having to work with around here.
Oh, wow.
But
I mean,
that's
she was
vintage
so real.
Dolly. Yeah,
I think the best one, I faintly remember it, but I do remember it was when she sang a duet with Kenny, and 1985, I believe it was, and then she came out from the stage or something.
Kenny Rogers?
Yeah, Kenny Rogers,
okay.
yeah, and they came out and they sang one of their duets, but
was it Islands in the Stream?
I think it was Islands in the
probably,
Stream. Yeah, and it was so good.
Yeah, I'll have to find that.
She always spoke exactly probably what every female was thinking.
Yes.
It was, but she always did it in such a classy way.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get mad. I mean,
you can't.
No, it's like, yeah.
It's funny because Dolly Parton's probably one of those people that she could say anything to you and you'd walk away smiling, going, "Well, you're not wrong. I am kind of rude or whatever."
So
I do have long legs and I am cute. Yeah.
It's like everything she said was it was almost as if it ended with bless your heart, just because she just has that way. And always been so humble about everything. That's Avery. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, and Eva texted in and said, "I don't know any 80-year-old that can wear a Dallas Cowboys outfit like she did."
Right.
Well,
right.
she always, she was very boish. I mean,
well, she's flamboyant.
flamboyant.
That was just part of her deal there,
and
so,
she always made. I don't know. She just talked about it and hilarious.
Yes, very self-deprecating.
Yes.
But that was just part of her charm. So. All right. Well, the world is, it's not a better place today. That's for sure.
It's sad today.
I do know that she had talked about in the last several years about all the music that she has recorded and things that she has never released, and that she has. I'm pretty sure she has like a big plan to keep having music come out and everything.
That's
So
cool.
there will be Dolly
I think
Parton
she
music,
had
so.
over 5,000 songs.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, there was
it's
some
unreal amount.
Because I remember us talking about it on the show whenever that came out, and we were just thinking, God, that's crazy that someday when she dies, that she'll have all
and
that.
I think I think I read where she released, and I could be wrong, but I think it's like 956 songs that she's released, but she still got over, so many more that she could.
5,000, yeah. So, That's one of the interesting things about recording things, that artists can go in and record music, and there can just be, you still get music from, like Prince left a lot of music behind, and, there's always these releases that come out of things that somebody had done and never got released, and then like Waylon Jennings right now there's a whole new album, a lost album of Waylon Jennings stuff that Shooter, some put together, and that's out. So yeah, it's always interesting. So we'll be looking forward to see what the plan is with all that. So we will play some more Dolly music throughout the morning. I'd forgotten about this when Post Malone came out with his country album here. Was it a year ago, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
There was one on there with Dolly Parton also called "Have the Heart,"
and that was my daughter's favorite.
Yeah, so maybe we'll throw that in here this morning too. So yeah, we'll play. Do you remember Stephanie Quayle?
Yeah,
remember she came here and we had her on the show.
I remember Stephanie Quayle.
Yeah, she was cool, and she had a song back then called "Drinking with Dolly," which was kind of a cute song too.
I'd forgotten about that, and
anyway, we'll find some of these and
here.
we'll put some of these on this morning, and just think about Dolly Parton this morning. And everything she was all about, and her impact on not only country music, but gosh, just the world in general.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairie to the ocean wide with love. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet, sweet home.
96.3.
This is
KLLL.
Jeff Mudflap and the Gang.
96.3 KLLL.
Shows the impact that Dolly Parton had on just music.
All
It wasn't
genres.
it wasn't just country music. And another one that came to mind, we mentioned a few minutes ago, is when Post Malone came out with his country album. There was a song on there with Dolly Parton. It's called "Have the Heart." And when that album came out, I remember we played it, and I remember thinking, God, that's crazy. Dolly Parton and Post Malone. Just who would have ever thought? But that's a good one too. So we're gonna try to get some of these in. We're having some requests. Who was it? Lovey? Or who was-
Avery.
Avery. Okay, Avery wanted to hear 9 to 5 before 7:30. So we'll get that in here in just a few minutes so we can fulfill that request too. But no, it's just listening to some of these songs, and reminiscing about the greatness of Dolly Parton. And she passed away yesterday. But here is her duet with Post Malone. This is called "Have the Heart." She just transcended the generations and the just beloved by everybody. And what I'm sure that was an amazing honor for Post Malone to be able to sing a song with Dolly Parton.
I mean, you look at the songs, and these artists are like, man.
No, we're talking her movies, the best little whorehouse
Oh,
in Texas.
well,
Yes.
that was it. Yeah.
Don't just say things like, "Hey, you reminded me this morning of the best whore." Yeah, I stand for you want to get the most for your money, Mudflap. I mean, don't say that.
That's not what I meant.
Don't say that.
I know.
Anyway, but
things
yes,
come
that
out of
movie,
my mouth.
That movie, yeah, that was another movie. Burt
Yes.
Reynolds, and it was Anyway, okay. So we're talking about
I feel like Dolly.
Dolly.